G'day, everyone. Well, hello to the people that are coming in. Hello, my darling Angie. How are you? We will just wait for a moment to see if we get any others coming through, and then go from there. We shall see. So what's been happening? Hello, Melissa. Well done for insomnia. Woohoo! You're here. What's going on? So why have we got insomnia? Are we getting the before due date, can't sleep comfortably kind of thing? It's never fun. And especially you guys in the middle of summer. So definitely wouldn't be fun. Hello, Aspie, my darling. How are you? Nice to see you here this fine Friday evening. So what we are working in today is I am going to be doing a page from a children's colouring book, which is called, turn down the lights so it's not so glary for you. It is Wonder Woman 1984 Colouring Adventures, and for us Australians, legit $2 on Amazon. So it is a cheap kids colouring book, and I'm going to colour in it. Hello, Sinette. How are you, my dear? Yeah, I get that feeling. Yes, that's all of those things combined probably lead to not being able to sleep. So what I have done just while I was waiting, basically because it was going to take, it took a bit of time, is I have it's a kid's book and it cost me $2, and I'm also not going to do the pages on the back. So some random wallpaper page, and then this one, another random wallpaper page. However, that silhouette looks kind of cool. I have done a base in some alcohol marker just to save myself when it comes to doing the background. It is, very thin paper. It's not very toothy at all. So I've got to think about how I can maintain the integrity of the paper as best I can to hopefully get what we want. Hello, Beth. How are you? So that's I've done, and what I've used in the back is grade lavender, which is BV23, which is greyish lavender, from Copics. And I've used that because it's light enough that I can put the colours over the top of it that I want to do, but it's also got some depth to it when I go over the darker colours. Because what I'll be doing, I know I haven't decided fully what style of background, but it'll be in neon lights, okay, because it is 1984. It is, no, grade lavender, no. It's not a new one, it's one I had for a while. However, this is new. So I'm going to bring up the camera and show you. It arrived today, finally, from Renee. So I ordered this when I won the colouring book for her giveaway. I was like, she's sending stuff to Australia. It seemed ridiculous for her to pay postage just to send a couple of books. So I ordered a Copic stand. So it is designed to fit the Copic sketch, but it holds the Copic chows perfectly. And Bob has designed it inside that it actually grips onto the lids. So I've got to forcefully move them out. And I've just put my thin line, my, slim line alcohol markers in there because it won't fit one of the big square generic ones. However, what is good, because it's held in there, I can tilt it and they're not going to come out, my Copics. So that was pretty cool. And she's done it in red for me, which is like, yay. So I'm a little bit excited, a bit of red and bronze kind of color. So that was that was my new little stand. So I had a bit of fun this afternoon putting my Copics into the stand. So it holds 170, I think, 12 by 15. So yeah, that's 12 by 15. 174 markers. And she has these, there's a link in her community channel to buy these Copic stands and so forth. So 12 by 15, 174? I don't know. I'll go, whatever, a lot. It holds a few. So that is what I got. I'm going to come back down now. So I'm going to quickly do just a few areas in a base layer of marker, just so that all right, now I'm like, let's go. 12 by 15 is 180. You're right. Shut up. We won't talk about that. I'm a maths teacher. Oh, it's a bad day. Oh, it is 15. I did double 12 instead of double 15. It's all good. You guys are right. See, this is why I need to go back to school, because I'm getting silly without going to being at school and using my brain. But that's okay. You know, we won't judge me too much. I promise I'm smart somewhere in here. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So I've done the background because that took way too long. And then I'm just going to come in and do a base layout. Like I said, it's all about keeping the integrity of the paper. So if I can come down and put a base color, a solid color down, I don't have to be worried about morning D. I don't have to be worried about filling in the white of the paper and trying to worry about, you know, all of that, because I don't have much tooth. So I'm going to come in with eggshell E50, and I'm just going to do her skinsies with this. I'm not too worried about being super particular with it, because I am going to come back over with pencil. But the idea is to get just a base layer down. So I'm not actually going to be colouring with markers as such. I'm actually going to colour with pencils. But I'm helping myself out. Good morning, Corey. Look at that. You and Melissa are both in Insomnia Land together. That's all right. Look who be streaming. It will be me. So you get me on a Friday night for me. Friday night. Now I have broken the spine as best as I can. It actually is not too bad. It's stitch bound. So it broke apart fairly easily. I'm just going to do that. But yeah, so I'm a little bit excited to have the Copic stand, because I knew it was coming, and it finished off my last little bit of organization. So I'm quite enjoying my organized space at the moment. I sat there the other day and I was like edgy, but I didn't know what to do, so I sat there and reorganized all my sticker folders. You know, because that's what you do. How was rehearsals? Not too bad. Not too bad. It's starting to come together. It's only 4 weeks until performance, so yeah, a little bit realistic. The girls are, you know, people are feeling a lot more excited now, because we're just doing run throughs and costumes. You know, we're trying on costumes and things like that. So, you know, everyone's feeling a little bit excited by the reality of it, and the girls are all excited by their dresses. Emily's ball gown is stunning. I was kind of like, can I just buy that for, like, the base of it is a prom dress, a formal dress, and I'm like, can I just buy that for her formal next year? Because it just looks absolutely stunning on her. It fits her like it was meant for her. Um, so I'm like, "Oh, awesome. All right. So we shall see. Yes, happy Left-Handers Day to everyone. Aspie, I think, is a left-handy as well. It is, in fact, Left-Handers Day. I'm like, morning from an actual sunny day. Nice, Audrey. Good morning. I'm a coffee deep and I'm definitely, yep, fair enough, Corey. That sounds good. I'm glad you've joined me. Thank you for joining. Yeah, there is a Lefties Day. I knew it was sometime in August, but I couldn't remember exactly when it was. And, so yes, because we're special. We're only 10% of the population. So, you know, we're a little bit special. Should be a day for us living in all of the right-handed world. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Good. Nice to see you here. Oh, back to school shopping. Yeah. I think too, Corey, they say that with left-handedness, because we use the right side of our brain or whatever, it is supposedly more creative. I don't know. Normally, I'd say, here I am being a logical mathematical brain, but I couldn't even do basic multiplication before. So let's not. I'm just going to keep quiet about that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've done that. Got a nice little base layer there. Going to put a base layer down on her red. I'm going to use R20 blush. Oh, wrong side. Like I said, this is all just in trying to help me when it comes time to color it, that I'm basically helping the paper work to my advantage. Oh, that's no good, Corey. I hope they feel better soon. You were for Aspie, I didn't realize you were still in that era that they forced you to write with your right. I was lucky. I was allowed to be a lefty. But, they didn't have left-handed stuff back then, so I cut with my right hand and I use all of the tools right-handed. Because you had no choice but to use the right-handed ones, which I think makes it really cool because we're ambidextrous, so it's like makes us extra cool. It always spins the kids out at school because I'll write on the whiteboard and I can write in mirror image with my left and right hand, so I can have my name or anything I write going in two directions. Yeah, well, with sport, it was always good, like tennis and things like that. It'd basically be what I felt like on the day. So I would, excuse me, sorry. I would sit there and go, yeah, no, not today with this hand. Let's Let's try another hand and see if I can do better. Which meant I never had to do backhand. I forgot a face. Why didn't anyone tell me I forgot a face? Come on, I'm coming back in and doing a face. Yeah, that's it. I had to. So, yeah, I use like, with a knife and everything, I cut right-handed because all of the blades and stuff are designed for being in the right hand. So. At least she really doesn't have an ear for me to forget. Na, 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 na. Bum, 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 bum. Don't forget a face. Thanks, Angie. Really helpful. Ta. Yes, I'm just no good at sport. I'm going to put that same blush in on her lips for now. There we go. There we go. Going to come in with B00 Frost Blue. I'm just going to throw that on the skirt section. I've got to keep looking at images to remember which parts are which. Ooh, colouring in a show, yep. Wonder Woman is my hero. So she's my girl. She's the Amazon princess. I'm like, yep. I couldn't do Amazon Warriors without doing Wonder Woman. Right. I don't know how long I'll stay on for. I'm actually a little bit tired, so it'll be kind of to the point where I'm like making mistakes. I got my stabby stab today. I got my first stabby stab. So I'm like not feeling like massively tired, but I did come home and fell asleep this afternoon. I was watching a video and next minute I was waking up and the kids were home. And I was like, oh, okay, what happened there? All right. There we go. Look, see, she looks awesome already. What are her boots? And the pictures I've got don't have her boots. Like, plonk down a thumbs up. Thanks. I like that. Just plonk down a thumbs up, please. Just plonk it on down. Plonk it on down. All right, they're all gold at the top, so I don't have to worry about that. Cool. Okay. I think I am done with the Copics for nows. And, now you're looking at an image that doesn't look completely undone. No. I know. Oh. I know when the kids wake up early, it's like I was like right from the word go, I kept Georgia up just that little bit later at night, so that I could have that little bit later of a sleep in the morning. And then I've become the person now that is early to bed, early to rise, so I'm way awake of it. Ah, yes, because of my YouTube name. No, so there is a story behind my YouTube name. I think I've told it a few times. But I was married to a short man, a short, hairy man, who I used to call an ape. And so therefore he would call me an Amazon because I'm tall and I was obviously taller than him. So I was his Amazon and he was an ape. And when he set up my YouTube channel, I said, I don't know, pick a name. And he put Amazon Tammy, and so I stick with it. I like the nostalgia of it, and it fits with kind of the things I believe in anyway, being Amazon warriors and stuff. So, yeah. But, well, before I go on, I'm going to show you how this has turned out. It's not quite completely finished. I've still got to put another coat of gloss on it, gloss medium. But I have mounted the board, the Serene page, the Goddess of War. So she's been mounted, and so I'll have a video out later this week for the giveaway, because everyone seemed last week to have preferred this than a gift card. So yeah, so I've done her. I've just got to, like I said, I've just got to put another layer of gloss medium over it, and then file down the edges and all of that just to tidy it up. Hey, Nick and Tina, how are you? Nice. Oh, yeah. There's always one that's a good one, and then the one that's not. Georgia, I was lucky. Georgia was a good baby, even with teething and stuff. So yeah, so that's how she's turned out. So she's wood mounted. So she's on a wood board. And I will put up a video. I've just got to wait for Georgia because she's drawing a illustration for to give away as well. So obviously this will be the prize, but everyone will get a warrior anime illustration done by Georgia. So she's just got to finish it off and tidy it up a little bit. But yeah, so that's George's contribution to it. So, yeah, which is really lovely. Okay, I guess I can't put it off anymore, can I? I actually have to get in and start on her. Corey will be happy because I'm going back. If I've got to work on not so good paper, I am going to be working Christmas. I just thought I'd show you this. You know how I've been putting these little Rachel Mince ones up, and I'm saying it's just a quick little one that I'm doing. Legit, it's a little one. So when I put them up, don't think I've spent a lot of time on them. They're smaller than my hand. So I've printed them out postcard style. So they're just quick little thingy-jiggies that I've been doing when I don't want to put a lot of effort into something new, but I just want to. Oh, maybe we could, Melissa. That sounds really lovely. That's actually really good. That's a nice idea. But yeah, so I've just got to do it. So the warrior's got a bow and arrow because she likes archery more than she likes swords. But it's cool. It's done in very much anime style. But her style. But it was really nice that she wanted to do that. But they're gone tonight. I'm actually by myself. I'm all alone. I'm all by. Oh, Corey, thank you. Oh my God, I didn't even realize I had that available. Thank you so much. I don't even know what to do. I've never actually got something before. I'm like, ooh, look at that. I love the little face. I love it. Sorry, I'm getting absorbed now on the little dude. He's so cool. But I'm all blushing. Oh, I'm a little bit blushy. Okay. So we're gonna get it. That's because I'm using Prismacolors. That's why. Hey. um, I'm all flustered now. So I'm going to use Prismacolors because if I've got to work on cheap paper, I need to be able to smush whatever I can. I don't have layers for days. So we're going to be smushing and guess what colors are going to be the main colors that'll be getting used through this? The colors that we never bring out. Look at them. This page is all about these fellas. And it's like, yeah, Georgia really wants to learn archery. But it's going to be all about these fellas. So we're going to be using the neons. I'm not using them right now, but I was like, we're going to use those neon colors. But what I am going to come in and do is get some chestnut. Where are you, chestnut? Chestnut. Sorry, I just got to find my chestnut. Chestnut. Sorry, talking to myself. Yeah. Yeah, but Angie, you colour so lightly that they would look like nice highlights with yours. I can't do layers like that, and it just looks like solid neon colour, which is what I want for this. But so I'm going to be using the colours I'm going to use in her shadow are going to be more red based. So I'm going to use things like chestnut and black raspberry, those kind of colours, because the neon lights that I'm going to be using are going to be orange, yellow, and red to work with the kind of Prismacolor, the Wonder Woman kind of colours. So I actually have in front of me a huge movie poster of Wonder Woman, 1984, that the girls bought me for, I don't know, I think it was Mother's Day, maybe, or something. They doing them. They bought it for me, so I have that framed and up on my wall, which is really cool. All right, I'm going to come in with, I'll start off with black raspberry, and I'm just going to start putting that in areas of shadow. Oh my gosh, this paper is so smooth. I just put it down and went, there's nothing. Like, there is zero resistance on my pencil. Yes, put a towel on top, turn it upside down. So Melissa, don't colour on the watercolour side. Put it upside down. And then I just get a thin tea towel, not a thick towel, just a thin tea towel. Or maybe some paper. Yeah, just something to protect it in case it scorches. But yeah. And speaking of Georgia, I come home from a meeting yesterday and kind of made, my little advocate in the making that I have. And I was at the meeting and as I've spoken about in my streams, lost too many young people to the black dog recently. And it's getting out of hand, and especially in our regional areas, because we don't have the same access to mental health places as the bigger cities do. And I've been like, it's enough's enough. We need to do something about this. And Georgia, for her humanities project, they had to come up with an idea for the community. And, people were coming up like skate parks and things like that. And the black dog. So we call it the black dog here in Australia. Sorry, Beth. It's young people taking their lives. So it's, and yeah. So Georgia had done her humanities project, and what she decided for her project is that she wanted a drop-in center basically for our young people, where there is, things that they can do, like, computer games and pinball games and stuff like that, pool tables and stuff, but also um, access to someone to listen, like, a timeout room, all of that kind of stuff. And so she got, like, obviously got an A and all thing to it. And so I raised it at my meeting last night that we're not doing enough for our community. And so I'm going to write a motion for it to be put forward to our government, that something needs to be done. So I come home and told her that that's what I'm aiming for. And I think she was a little bit chuffed that I've taken it that little bit further. So, because she's like, we've got all of these empty buildings in our town. Why can't we use them for something more important instead of them sitting empty? So, yeah. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. And then I said, by the way, if you do it, I want the job. I want to run it. So my psychologist told me yesterday that she's like, I think you need to find another job or consider finding another job. She goes, whilst I know you love what you do, you need something more. Something that where you're allowed to have your ideas and take them. And I'm like, we'll see. Because the problem is I actually do love what I do. I find it rewarding. So if I went to something else, it would have to be something that was still giving back. Hold on, I've just got my other cat come inside. So I've just got to, I'll be back in a moment. Hello, David. What's wrong? Casper? No. In you come. In you come. Come on. Casper? All right, stay out then. My other cat didn't know what she was doing because George is not here. And she was like meowing of like, where is everyone? But when I went to get her, she ran out the door. So I'm like, so yeah, so the black dog is kind of that symbol. And if you've watched Harry Potter, even they talk about the Grim and stuff like that. It's just an old symbol of, yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, Sirius. Yes. There you go. I was just saying that. Yeah, so that was a bit nice, and so we'll see what happens. I've just got to write the proposal and all that. But then I got told another good thing. Yeah, there you go, Melissa. We're synced, man. Then I got another good thing. So last year, because I'm sure you've figured that, my ideas aren't greatly appreciated in my workplace. But I'd worked pretty hard to get some members of parliament to visit our school. And they were coming up, and then my boss last minute said to me, oh, would you like to put any proposals, any ideas? Hey, Andrew, any ideas that you think might be good for the school? Do you want to add to the proposal thing? And I went, sure. And so they sent me the proposals. that they had written, and they were asking for legit things like, paint a building or, you know, just ridiculously small things. And I was like, this is just not good enough. And so I, in an hour, wrote a 3-page proposal linked to government stuff for a multi-million-dollar STEM building. So I'm now coming in with Chestnut, multi-million-dollar STEM building designed for the community as well as our school, and the whole area linked to advances in science, technology, engineering, all of that. The changing way of design, robotics. And so I did a 3-page proposal linked to government values, missions, their things, and education goals and all of that kind of stuff, as well as a mud map floor plan and all of that. And I sent it, and they're like, don't you think you're asking for a bit much? And I went, why ask for something small when you can ask for something big? If you don't ask, you don't know. And guess what we're getting? Yeah, we're getting it. So I kind of feel really excited by that. Will I get any acknowledgement for the fact that the only reason we're going to get this massive multi-million-dollar tech-filled building, future-forward education is because of my idea? Will I get any acknowledgement? Absolutely not. But the kids in the community will benefit. And so I'm really excited by that. That's exactly right. If you want a kitten, ask for a giraffe. That's it. And so I think they're all a little bit surprised that it's coming through. And I'm like, well, it's because I asked. Might also help that I have some contacts, but I knew it was something that this community needed. I knew that we're growing with our manufacturing. Lots of manufacturing companies are opening in our area because it's cheaper to buy land where we are. So a lot of building here, and I just made links to the fact that it was something that was so desperately needed, so that our kids could leave and get jobs in our community that have the skills. So, so we're getting this massive building, and I'm like, yeah. So I'm a bit stoked by that. So I've gotten that. That's coming. So now I've got to work on the community centre. So, yeah. If you hadn't figured, I'm a little bit of a person that tries to make sure that the people in my community are looked after. So, oh no, it's stuck to the table. Weren't you doing it on an ironing board? Oh, Melissa, what have you done? Oh no. I must be bad. I just assumed you'd be doing it on an ironing board. Well, that's too, Angie. It's just, they can get jobs and all of that. So it's just one of those things. And that's what I said last night. I said, sadly, a lot of people in education are still thinking of education 30 years ago, whereas you need to think about where the jobs are going to be for our kids when they need them. And the jobs aren't what they were 30 years ago. So you have to adapt and make sure that they've got the skills that are going to allow them to to have success. So that's kind of what I've been doing. And my psychologist is like, she goes, you just need to be the person that comes up with all the ideas. And I went, yeah, I said, that's great. I said, I've always said I'm an ideas person as long as someone else does the work. Oh, Melissa. Oh, I love you. Oh, I'm not saying a word. Not gonna say a word. But you make me laugh. All right, where is terracotta? Terracotta. Where are you? All right, I'm going to come in with some terracotta now. Angie, you'd be impressed. I am actually doing fairly light layers here. Yeah, just burn the edges and make it look like it was meant to be. Or ink the edges and be like, yeah, that was my plan all along. That's what I do all the time. I like make mistakes and I'm like, how can I fix it so it looks like I didn't make a mistake on this? But yes, probably a bit of tiredness goes into that too. You're right. And pregnancy brain. Anything can be forgiven because of pregnancy brain. Let's get real. I don't think I ever got my brain back after children. You would nice. I'll have to go have a look. Recognize my face, please. Oh yeah, perfect. That looks exactly like an age distress look. I'm more worried about your table. Just cover that with a tablecloth so your husband doesn't see it. That's what I'd do. I'd be like, don't you like this? I just think we'll leave this tablecloth here for a while. Just want to change it up a little bit. Oh, thanks, Beth. Thank you. But yeah, I'm kind of like, well, let's see what I can do on legit a $2 Australian $2 kids book. So $2. Oh, look, my black raspberry's broken. That's right. Just turn it around the other way. It's probably like 50 cents in the US. You know, because that's all the trend at the moment, working a kid coloring book. However, I bought this not because it was kids coloring book. I bought it because it was Wonder Woman book. I had full intentions of coloring in it regardless. So I'm like, That's what I'm doing. Oh, Melissa. Oh. Oh, I forgot her hands. Oh, gosh, I'm not doing well. At least it's not ears this time, it's hands. All right. Let's come up and do hands. Um, so cranky, my pencil's broken. It's all right. Because I'm working gently, doesn't matter. All right, back in with the chestnut. Now back in with terracotta. Terracotta sounds like Harry Potter. Sorry. Bought a Dumbledore jigsaw puzzle today. It was on clearance. I was like, oh, I have to buy that because it was on clearance. No, it's not on Amazon.com. Yeah, I couldn't find this version of the comic book on Amazon. I found it on Amazon Australia. But honestly, there's a million Wonder Woman coloring books out there. They probably all got similar images in it. At least the one's a licensed one between, DC and Warner and stuff. So it's like a legit one. But there's heaps of free. I was going to do a free page, actually. And then I went, no, you have an actual coloring book. Use that instead of downloading a free page. But I found heaps of awesome free Wonder Woman pages too. So, all right. Now, I'm going to go and we're going to start looking at some French greys. Okay. Oh, you found it on both? I'm out of frame. Sorry. Where am I? Okay, thanks. Am I back in? Oh, bloody hell. Broke my pencil. I'm just not having a good day. I think I need to change the blade in my sharpener. It's like, just, Just tell me, you're out of frame, Tammy, out of frame. Okay. So I got French grey. So I'm going to come back in now and I'm just going to knock down some of this red with the French grey. So I'm going back over. And Konbanwa-san, how was your happy Omadeta, happy anniversary? And also, how was your holiday or how was your break? Did you have a lovely time with Watanabe-san? So what? Just so everyone knows, Watanabe-san is her husband. Um, so just so you know who I'm talking about. Um, yeah, that's fine. You go ahead, Corey. You zone out all you want. That's kind of what I do that time early in the morning. Usually, like, because if I wake up and I'm catching you guys and I've woken up early and I catch you or Renee or someone streaming early for me in the morning, one, I can't type and I autocorrect just sends me into who knows what land. And the other one is that I don't drink coffee, but I may inhale some, things that are bad for you. Not illegal, but bad for you. Um, I need to have quite a few of them before I can even, begin to have half coherent thought functions. So I fully get it. And I popped into one stream the other day and I can't even remember whose stream it is. And I was admin and they asked me to do something, link something. And I'm like, I don't even know what day it is. It's too early and you want me to link something. And it took me ages because I was just like, brain not functioning. Oh, lovely. Yeah. August and September in Japan. It's just like Picari Sweat. Have you had Picari Sweat yet, Raya? That is my favorite drink in Japan. It's all I drink when I go there is Picari Sweat. And yes, it's called Picari Sweat. One of those typical, strange English translation things, but it's the biggest, kind of like Gatorade Powerade. It's kind of like that, very lemon flavored. Um, in Japan, like massive, massive. It's not an energy drink, but refreshment drink in Japan, and I absolutely love it. If I could find if somewhere in Australia that sold Picari Sweat, I would just be so happy. I usually come back from Japan with like I find the sachets for Picari Sweat so I can at least think Picari Sweat. Okay, so it's written, so it's Pukari Sweat. So Pukari Sweat. Um best like refreshment drink ever. I absolutely love it. And it's the first thing I have when I get to Japan. It's the last thing I have when I leave Japan. It's like it's funny the little things that just that you remember and think about. Absolutely love it. So good. And Daisy doesn't sell it here. And I'm like, Marilyn, good morning. In my dream, I clicked it, and there was a picture of a woman sleeping saying, no stream today. So hey, that works, Marilyn. I think sleep's more important. You can watch me on playback anytime. I'd be sleeping as well. I do that quite regularly. I was supposed to go to a meeting tomorrow, and I rung to say, sorry, I forgot to, send my thing in that I'm coming. And they went, we thought you were on leave, so we've put in a proxy for you. And I went, sweet. So I'm sleeping in tomorrow, which is good because it's in the next town over. And I had to drive to the next town over yesterday for an appointment. I had to drive there today for my vaccination. And I would have had to drive there tomorrow as well. And I'm like, F it. No, thanks. So I'm kind of like, thanks but yeah, I'll sleep in. Well, I won't sleep in, but I can laze about. Let's put it that way. Yeah. No, see, I'm Picari Sweat. Sorry. Calypso, nuts, not same. Picari all the way. Now I want a glass. I want a bottle of Macari Sweat. Raya, can you send me over a big box of the Bakari Sweat sachets? And the Holbeins while you're at it? No. Oh, no. Georgia. I'll get back to Japan one day. One day in a land far away. I'm going to come in with French Grey 50 now and start bringing that out a little bit more. What was AFK? What? What? Oh, okay, yeah. So how come he's got a week this week instead of during Golden Week? Because usually it's Golden Week that everyone has a week off. Yeah, when he said he had a week off, I'm like, that's an interesting time for him to have off. Oh, I've missed you, Prisma. You're so beautiful. I haven't given you any love lately. Sorry, I'm just having a moment of just remembering why I love these guys so much. Oh, on that, okay. I didn't know that acronym. I've learned something new. No, I didn't realize I can get the sachets on Amazon.au. I will go have a look at that after this. Thank you very much, Angie. Didn't even think to look. I forget that Amazon has everything, pretty much. Oh, okay. Yes, I've got you, Raya. Yes, of course. What was I going to say? I don't know. I've forgotten. Obviously wasn't important. It was something. Oh, yes, I remember now. I'd set off Unis, yep. Has anyone... Renee is dangerous. Renee, do not go to Renee's channel. But don't, unless you want to spend money. Because that woman, she needs to go on another no-buy, because when she's buying stuff, dangerous for everyone else. Thanks, Angie. So if you haven't, today, she gets on. I ordered these, blah, 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 blah. Pencils. She brings them out. They're Chinese for a start. She did ask me, can you translate these? And I'm like, no. I know some Japanese. I don't know any Chinese. But she opens it out. She pulls the books out. And I'm like, I think I'm in love. Then she puts a book down. And I see the front of the book of the pencil. And I'm like, I'm pretty certain it's love at first sight. And then she opens the book up to show the pencils. I didn't even get any further into the video than that. went to the link, bought the video, bought the pencils, and then come back and watch the rest of the video. I was just like, yeah, that's where I'm at. So if you value your wallet, don't watch Renee's video for a day, because bad, but good. Yeah. Where are you, Nectar? Nectar? Sorry, I'm just trying to find a pencil. Where will you be? Where you be, woman? Where you be? No. When you're trying to find a pencil and you can't find a pencil. Oh, there you are. Staring me in the face. Oh, yeah. The pencils are just, I was like, so hopefully tomorrow she doesn't get on when she does her, when she does her Friday review thing. Hopefully she doesn't get on tomorrow and say that they're the worst. But then I said to her, anyway, it doesn't matter. I legit don't care how those pencils perform. I bought them because the way they look. Now, if anyone knows, I'm also like a makeup person. So I have a shelf, well, apart from the fact that I have a ridiculous amount of makeup, but I have a shelf dedicated to, so I'm coming in with Nectar, by the way. I have a shelf dedicated to makeup I have purchased just because it's pretty. So I'm like, definitely wasn't buying it for actual usage rather than the fact that they looked amazingly pretty. And I was like, I need to have these in my life. So that was what occurred this morning, early in the morning, before my brain had decided to function properly. Before I know it, I'm checking out on AliExpress. Mona, hey, Mona. Mona. Do you want to see? Hold on, I'm going to show you. Just so you get an idea of makeup I bought legit just because they look pretty. Just so you understand the problems I have. Okay. So the first one is this little fella here. It's a little fridge. And you open it up and it's got like little things inside of it, like little things and little Pepsi cans and little milk bottles and makeup that I'm never going to use in a million years. But look at it. So that's my little makeup fridge. And it's even got little eggs. See, it's got like little eggs and but anyway, so here's my little makeup fridge. And then Mac bought out the best collection Mac has ever bought out in their life. For anyone born, 80s kind of thing. Look at this. This is makeup. I bought it legit for how it looks. Okay, so this is blush and thing, Anyway, most of this is out of date. This is lipstick. And this is eyeshadow. Don't use it. But I bought it because look at it. Like, how could you not buy this? So anyway. Oh, yes, Audrey. Audrey, just pick an image that represents a strong woman to you, whether it's real life or fictional. Okay, because Amazon warrior women are all about, I guess, strong women. So what the Amazon women call our world is the patriarch's world, the man's world. So it's basically just any strong woman. You could do Marie Curie or, Freda, any kind of strong woman, real or fictional. And then, just post it Instagram and tag me. And that's it. Like, I don't make I try to keep my hashtags fairly loose in their interpretation. I think Corey did one of a mum and 3 kids, because she's a mum of 3 kids, and that's a strong woman. It's a warrior woman. For her, like, she works hard for her family and is also raising her children, and to me that's a warrior, and that's how she interpreted it. So it's definitely kind of based on just strength, female strength. That's all. MAC is good. It's not. I would definitely not rate it as the best, but it is good. I've got great. My makeup collection is so varied from high end to low end, depending on, because I find the best of what it needs to be, not what brand it is. But don't get me wrong, I like a lot of my MAC stuff as well. But that one, I paid an astronomical amount to get that collection, because here in Australia, getting any of the MAC collections is pretty hard. I pre-ordered it. I had to go line up for it. Had to drive 3 hours to get it. It wasn't an easy thing to get that collection. But yeah, I did, because that's what I do. And I bought it just because it looked pretty. So yes, Renee and her pencils today got me in all the right places, except for my bank account. It's not in a good place now, because what she paid for it is definitely not what I paid for it. Love the Australian dollar. Hello, Minerva. How are you? Oh, there's the link to those pencils. Thanks, Angie. Yeah. And the fact that they're called, the brand, the name of the pencils is all about phoenixes, like Earth Phoenix, Fire Phoenix, all of that. And it was just, there was no doubt that those pencils were coming home to live with me. That it just wasn't even, didn't even contemplate it. It was like, you're coming home to live in my house and just look pretty. So I now have 100 pencils on the way that I probably may swatch. Don't know. May not. They may just legit just look pretty on my shelf. Okay. Oh, did you go have a look at the pencils, Dee? I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. I'm just like, I needs them. And needs to have them in my life. And I don't need a pencil case for them, because they are, and apparently Renee was saying, and hopefully she'll have some more information because she's tried to contact the company and stuff. But I went and had a quick look, and each one of the pencils has an individual design on the top that is related to a thing of cultural importance to the Chinese. So that's cool. And and then the apparently the design of the case and everything won like the best design packaging award or something. And I'm just like, I'm not surprised, because it is just perfection. Why is my battery running low? Hold on. I'm like, why is my computer? It's plugged. Oh, it had unplugged itself. I nearly had a moment. I'm like, my computer's never unplugged because the battery's buggered. I need to buy a new one. It's back plugged in. It had just moved. Yeah. I know, Audrey. That's exactly. It's kind of that's how it is. I have other makeup that's similar, but that's probably my most extravagant that I've bought just because it's pretty. I have issues, people. I have lots of issues. Some, you know, less painful on my wallet than others, but yeah, you know how it is. Um, but oh, if you do see pop up on my YouTube channel in the next week or so a makeup tutorial, you can watch it for a laugh if you want to. But I need to put it. I'm going to film just a makeup tutorial on putting on how to put on basic theatre makeup for the cast. I was going to do it this week, but I just didn't. So I'll have to do it next week. And the easiest way is just to make it available on YouTube. And I was going to make it like unlisted and just send them the link. And then I went, no, people might get a kick out of, I haven't done a makeup tutorial for a couple of years. So I'm like, why not? Getting into this part of the book. They sure are pretty. Yeah, I know that. I still have music cassettes and CDs and stuff too. I got rid of a lot, but some I just can't get rid of. I'm just like, nope, you do not leave. You do not leave. All right. Let's come in with the peach. Gosh, I'm taking a long time to do this skin. Surely because I'm having a good old chat. Jamie, hello. How you doing? Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. I'll tell you what, but Gail Gadot on herself is a warrior. Did you know that she filmed the first Wonder Woman, and towards the end of the filming, she was like 7-8 months pregnant, and she was still filming that movie? I'm like, Wonder Woman. And the fact that she's just absolutely stunningly beautiful. It's like, oh. I am. I think I am just enjoying my time playing. I'm forgetting, I'd spent too far long away from them, and I'm just like, there's something special about working with these guys. They're just so, so beautiful. And I'm like, so that could be it. Oh, Linda Carter, yes. Like, Linda Carter will always be Wonder Woman, but Gal Gadot is still just incredibly stunning. Like, you can't ignore. She is a beautiful specimen of a human. Yeah, basically that's it. I was, this one's just this page. No, no, I just hate to tell you all. This page is legit just for me. Okay, this month is for me. Um, I when I do my hashtags and stuff, sometimes it's, well, actually, most of the time it's for me. And this one, Serene, that was a goal, was to finish a page in Serene, and then yeah, Wonder Woman. These are just all for me. Not even going to pretend otherwise. Audrey, I'm pretty certain Netflix, if you've got Netflix, I think Netflix has Wonder Woman. I can't remember. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Netflix and DC and Warner go through moments. Although I feel like I've been cheating on DC at the moment because I'm in the middle of watching all of the Marvel movies because I haven't seen a lot of them because I'm a DC girl. So I do feel like I'm cheating on DC a little bit, but that's all right. I am enjoying the thing. And Georgia has set a challenge that I need to do Black Widow with Black Widows, so that will appear at some point. She goes, Mum, that'd be funny if you did, and cool if you did Black Widow with Black Widows. And I'm like, okay, your wish is my command, my child. All right. Let's come in with, where are you? What color do I want? Let's come in with some beige. I don't know. If you sit there and say you forgot your password, but you've got your email address, they'll send you a reset my password thing. And there's like a thing. So you just go on and say, I forgot my password. And they send you some code verification thingies. Now, I'm actually trying with this, whilst it's coming together, the skin's coming together nicely. I'm not going to burnish her completely because her final highlights will depend on where I place the neon lights in the background. So I still will need to add something to her at the end. So you'll notice I'm not using a blending pencil or anything on her because I'm trying not to burnish her completely. And, sorry, I was zoned out looking at her face. Oh, gosh. Hello, Ashla. Driving to work. Oh, funsies. Yes, you can. So the Officeworks has single prismas. So you can get it from Officeworks, and you can also get it from the artshop.com.au. They have single prismas as well. So they definitely do come open stock. So you certainly can just buy the one. My most common ones are the white and the black. Oh. All right. Now I'm going to come in with what color do I want? I'll come in with some cream. Yeah, that's a nice color. Just going to go over with the cream. Like I said, I'm not going to be too concerned about the actual highlights yet because I will come in and put colors relating onto where the lights are when we get to that point. Oh, there you go. Cool, Andy. Thank you. And if you go to Officeworks, be sure to show them the prices from the online stores here in Australia so they price match, because that's what I do with my Copics. It's like, you will beat that price and give it to me cheaper because they're already crazy expensive. And you charge exorbitant prices for them. And if anyone ever tells you Prismacolors aren't layering pencils, they're full of poo. Because you've seen the amount of layers I've been doing for this. Got to layer skin. There isn't an option. Yep, that's it. You take it into Officeworks and say, beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. And then I get it even cheaper. And if they say, does that include shipping? You go, yep. Whether it does or not. Because you're going to beat that price. All right, where are you, my old friend? There you are. All right. Coming in with old friend White. Surprisingly, I still haven't reached the end point of the layering on this paper. I'm actually impressed. Oh. Oh, yeah, I don't have trouble anymore. I used to. I don't anymore. I'm like, nope, you're going to price match me. I'm spending that amount of money, you're price matching it. And then I sit there and think it makes up for the amount of money that you get off me for other things that it's just easier to get from you. I must admit, that ain't too bad. She looks all right. Gotta give myself a tick on the back for that. All right, I'm going to come in with what color do I want? 945. Where are you? What species she? What? Oh, I write a note and say price match me. Put the paper there and go price match. Sienna Brown, because they've drawn her eyes black and her eyes are like very, very dark. But I am coming in with some Sienna Brown to add a slight brown hue to it so that they don't look completely flat. And I went too far because I was like not looking close enough. Hold on. Because they're very tiny. They're tiny eyes. Tiny. Now, it's not something you'll probably be able to see, but it actually makes a difference. I can see that it's changed the appearance of it. I'm going to come in with a little bit of peach do. Yeah, peach do. Come in with a little bit of peach. And then a little bit of cool grey, 10%. And then I'm going to come in with white. Yeah, make me do it. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you're right. Actually, that's a good idea. Make me do the asking. All right, now, really irritatingly, they haven't drawn in her bottom waterline. I'm just coming in and putting that in. Sorry, I'm actually concentrating because it's really tiny. Tiny. It's a little bit tiny. Okay. All right. That's, yeah. If you ever get here and the way that our thing is, where is that pencil? Winchester, swear you just knock my stuff everywhere. Sorry, I'm having a moment looking for things because the cat jumps up on my desk and knocks pencils out of my pencil, like, because I've got my pencil holder here, which is got all of my most used pencils in it, and but that's near where the entryway of the curtain onto my windowsill is, so therefore the Winchester knocks things off it all the time. Okay. Which is very annoying. Okay, so I'm going to come in with nectar on her lips. And then I might come in with terracotta. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. Yeah, see, I'm very good at there wouldn't end up being a fight. That's the thing. I'm very good at changing people's minds about pursuing that option. It's not necessary to go down that path. So I will convince you of a better outcome, if that makes sense. I'm very good at persuading people. Blush pink. However, my friends took advantage of the fact that I won. That was my job, obviously, was to deal with bar fights and whatever else and prevent them from occurring. But my friends used to take advantage when we went out because they would get themselves into fights. And then they'd be like, hold on. And they'd come and get me. And they'd be like, can you sort this out? And I'd just walk up and go, do we have to continue this? Because it's not going to go well for you or me. And I don't particularly want to work hard right now. And they would choose another option, which is good. They would end the fight. So it was always helpful. Mahogany red. Ashley, you missed me showing off my makeup purchases just for the pure fact that I bought them because they were pretty. Because I have issues. Back in, I think I'm going to go, oh my God, I've used like 5 million colors. But she's got her lip color is quite interesting. It's very much an orange pink, so peach. So trying to get that right is actually quite difficult at this point in time. All right, light peach. And then a bit of white. And I'll come back in and put like gel pen highlights and stuff later. But she is slowly starting to come together. I'm going to go in with a little bit of the French Grey 90 and kind of just put it into her eye area. And then come back in with a little bit of beige and blend that out. Thank you, Mona. Thank you very much. That grey, I'm going to deepen up in here. Just a bit more. I picked up the wrong color, but that's right. It works. And now I've got to come back in. Oh, effort. Oh, I've got to reach for it. Sorry. Effort. Just coming in with my Polychromos black. Okay. So here we go. She looking hot, baby. Hot. She's looking hot. So fine. She's a little bit fine. See you, Sinette. Have a lovely day. All right. Okay. Do you want me to do gold, red, or blue? Red, gold, blue. Red, gold, blue. Which one would you like me to start on? Red, gold, or blue? Blue? Blue. Okay, you come in first. You'll do. All right. Okay. What colours am I going to use? Indigo. Where are you? When you're looking for a colour and you can't find it. Where'd you go? And in the throne blue. It'd help if my pencils got put back in the right order. Denim blue. And China blue. All right. Let's work with those colours and see how we go. Okay, so I've got indigo blue, Indothrone blue, China blue, denim blue, and powder blue. No, powder blue is not the colour I wanted. I wanted sky blue or powder. Oh, no, I didn't want powder blue. I wanted sky blue light. So change that, sky blue light. Just got to sharpen these little babies. Okay. Let's see how we go. All right. Indigo. Didn't break a tip then, which is a bit of a crumble. Oh, make sure I'm in frame. I'm going to go over the black because I want it to have a blue hue. So I'm just going to go over it with the indigo. So what's happening? Anyone got any goss? Who's your favorite female hero superwoman thing? Must admit, I've been pretty impressed with Black Widow in the Avengers because she is purely human. You know, there's nothing fancy about her. She doesn't use anything special apart from skill and training. I'm like, I admire that. I'm like, yeah, been impressed with that. Storm, I love Storm. Storm is just the bomb. Storm is awesome. She's pretty fierce. Sorry about that. All right, going to come in with Enderthrone blue. Your grandmother, awesome. I knew who you meant, Melissa. I knew what you meant by Storm. Yeah, your grandmother, absolutely. Like my mum is bomb ass too. Um, there are so many I've been very lucky that I have had such awesome female, um, positive role models in my life. So it's really, I'm very thankful for that. Rightio, Ashley. You're great, Green. Yeah, absolutely. My nana she was awesome, and it was so funny. Like, you know, obviously my mum and all adored their father, which is fine. But I saw my nana become such a different woman once he passed away. It was like she was just released from, you know, obviously the expectations at that time was you just stayed married. And she was just awesome. Nothing held her back then. Um, oh, I forgot shading in here. I'm just coming back in and put some shading in here. Yeah, she was cool. Yeah, so many positive, and it makes a difference if you are. I kind of think if you have been impacted and raised by a strong woman, generally it just becomes like second nature to you to be the same. Like I'm watching Georgia and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's just like watching a clone of myself. Your grade 3 teacher? Nice. I love that. Who did Aspie say? Oh, radio. I'm going to have to be show my ignorance. I have no idea who Captain Janeway is. So you'll have to enlighten me. I probably do know, but I don't know, if that makes sense. It's not coming to my mind at this instance. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had no idea then. I'm not even going to pretend to know. Star Trek, no, I've never been a Trekkie. Okay, I don't feel so bad now for not knowing. Oh, funny. Speaking of crushes, George has got a crush on someone at the moment, and it's actually adorable to watch. Like Emily and I, like we figured out that she had a crush on this person quite a while ago, and and now she's just accepted that in fact we were right. Um, and I was saying the other day because this person's also another cast member, coming in with not China Blue. I don't want China Blue yet. I want Denim Blue. This is another cast member, and I went, it's not a production unless there's a cast romance. So it's kind of cute. Ah, that is awesome, Aspie. Yeah, thalidomide. Man, that's why I'm always. Yep. Yep. Oh no, Audrey. So yes, I'm up to just finished watching Black Panther. That's where I'm up to with the Avengers, well, the Marvel timeline. So I'm slowly getting there. Ah, I forgot down here. Keep missing the center part. Yeah, it is. We chat, yeah. But I kind of like the fact that they haven't been given a choice, that his sister will have to take on the role. Like I'd imagine in the one coming out next year, that that they will give her, because I believe in the stories at some point she does take on the role as well, even in the original story. So, and I'm glad that they haven't recast him because he did an amazing job. But he hit it well. They weren't aware that he was even unwell. They were still writing the script for, his part. No, I haven't seen, I must admit, Suicide Squad, there's something about, like, whilst I'm a DC girl, there's something about, I don't know. Like, I will watch it, but it's not like it doesn't hold the same feels to me as, like, you know, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman kind of thing. That makes sense. All right. China Blue. Going to use China Blue to bring the majority of these colors together. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yep. I like that, Audrey. Oh, that's awesome, Aspie. Growing up, and I need to do it again. We always used to get our Christmas cards from um the artist group, and it was always amazing to see whether it was done by their hand or their feet, and the dexterity they had and just the details that they could get. I think it's just an incredible thing. And yet, there's people out there that sit there and say that art doesn't need to be taught anymore. Like it's not required at school. And I just like, I want to hurt those people when they sit there and say, oh, you're wasting time teaching the creative arts. And I'm like, creativity is so important for all people to learn how. Yeah. And when they start talking about, oh, instead of art, we'll spend more time on maths and stuff. And it's like, you know what? Teaching art's just as important. And people are always surprised because I'm a maths and science teacher that I say that. Oh, she did? Oh, wow, Aspie. That's awesome. Yeah, there you go, Jamie. And that's the thing. Art is, however you create, whether it's, colored pencil art or sewing or um, sculpting, landscaping, whatever your art form is, it doesn't have to be obviously, traditional idea of arts. But whatever you find as a way to create, there is so much evidence of how that creative thought process improves all other brain processes. And the hormones that are released whilst creating, whatever it may be, creating new software packages or designing new apps, all of that is creating, just all in different ways. Bye, Minerva. Have fun at work. There you go. Your husband makes his living through art. That is awesome. That's how I think. Art is it's just, you know, let's look at it. Even cavemen put art on their wall thing because they wanted to express, they told their stories, with their medicine and the elders and how they passed it down and all of that kind of stuff. All of that is just of so much, even storytelling is a creative art. It's all stuff that is very, very relevant. Oh, it's at 10 p.m. Well, there you go. Yeah, and art's helped you. Yeah. I'll finish off the skirt. There's no one after me, so it's not like it's a big stress. But I'm not up for another 3.5 hour marathon like when I did the oil pastel one. All right, let's come in with sky blue light. My dog's an idiot. Just sort of tell you that. My dog's an idiot. Yeah, I said I was tired, but I've actually just kind of gotten in the zone. I think it's just working with my prismas. It's so weird. There's just something so very different working with these guys. It's like effortless, if that makes sense. If Corey was still here, she'd have my back with that one. Oh, I've got some hoons, so probably got my laneway has probably got one of the only hills in my city, and it's a weekend night, and down the bottom of my laneway is a big park where people go to hang out and do burnouts and stuff. And so I've just got a couple of hoons coming down my laneway and going over the hill, which, don't get me wrong, if I was their age, I'd do it too, because it'd give you the good old tummy. Oh, and it's the company as well. Absolutely. Yeah, baking, absolutely, Audrey. I was talking to my psychologist the other day, and I said, because my last thing, I was told to set 3 goals of things I wanted to start achieving, and one of them was getting back to baking and cooking. And yeah, so then we ended up having, like, I love it. I'm glad it's my healthcare's free. We ended up having a 5-minute conversation about lemon curd and lemon butter and different recipes, and I'm like, I'm glad this is part of my therapy. No worries, Aspie. You do that. That's okay. And it's funny. I think it's because these were my firsts. You know how you never truly get over your first. These were my first, like, good pencils, and I'm just like, something about them. They're just like, they hit me in the feelsies. I'm going to come back in with a bit more indigo but because I don't think it's quite dark enough in the darky spots. Because the Modern Wonder Woman's blue is definitely a deeper blue. Might even come in with some black in a second, actually. There you go, yeah. I love, yes, you do with your socks, yes. Harry Potter socks. All right, I'm going to come in with Blick. Blick, Blick. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like, I just find, like, I really like Prismas on smooth paper. So I'm coming in with black because I do want to deepen up this blue. Mona. Yeah, I kind of admit darning socks is never I like to do a whole lot of crafty things, but yeah, darning socks has never been something that's kind of caught my but neither's like crocheting or anything like that. I must admit those kind of things have never really or sewing. Honestly, like I've made some patchwork quilts and I can sew and all of that, but I don't love it. Georgia definitely gets that from my mum and her father. Because her father is an awesome machinist. All right, going to come back in with that indigo. I'll pretend to know what a darning mushroom is, but sure. But I'd imagine that it's obviously a tool kind of thing and passed down, which is awesome. Yeah, that black made it better. All right, back in with denim blue. Ugh. See, I know I'm getting tired. I'll go soon. I just went completely out of the line there. Walking down to work now. No worries, Ashley. I'm nearly gone. I'm nearly gone. Well, no, I'm already gone. We know that, but I'm going soon. Okay. All right. Back in with the sky blue light. That's better. It's darker now. Happier with that. There she goes. There she be. She's starting to look okay, I think. Oh, see now, Sanyoda. My brain's going, yep. Time to go. 2 hours is up. The 2 hours be up. Thank you everyone for coming and watching me and hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. Excuse me. I do appreciate it. And I will be back on Sunday morning my time, Saturday night your time, for those in the other places in the world. And that's the whole goal. Thank you, Aspie. That's what I was trying for, that whole challenge of so that it doesn't look like it's from a children's book thing. I don't know. But we're hoping, what am I saying? Yeah, I'll be back Sunday. And we'll get the gold and the red done easily. And then we'll start on some of the neon of the background. Awesome, guys. Have a lovely rest of your day and start to your weekend. And I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.